Chapter 1: The Ashen Silence. In the aftermath of Ragnarok, the great battle that had torn the cosmos asunder, the world lay in silence, blanketed by the gray ashes of destruction. The once verdant lands of Midgard were now barren, the skies perpetually shrouded in a pall of smoke that blotted out the sun. The gods, those who had survived the cataclysm, were scattered, their powers waning as the threads of Yggdrasil, the world tree, lay severed. It was in this ashen silence that the prophecy of regeneration whispered its first breath of hope. The ancient Norse sagas spoke of a time when the world would rise anew, when the gods would return to restore balance and life to the desolate earth. But first, there must be a harbinger, a spark to ignite the flame of rebirth. In the heart of what was once a mighty forest, a single tree stood defiant against the desolation. It was an ash tree, small and seemingly insignificant, yet its roots delved deep into the hidden wells of Urd, drawing on the lifeblood of the world that still flowed beneath the surface. This tree was the nascent form of Yggdrasil, reborn from the ashes, its branches reaching out like desperate fingers, seeking the touch of the gods. Among the gods who heeded this silent call was Baldr, the beloved, once slain but now returned from the halls of hell. His was a light that had been sorely missed in the world, a beacon of hope and purity. With him was Hodr, his brother, no longer the blind god of old, but reborn with sight that could pierce the veil of darkness that had settled upon the land. Together, they approached the ash tree, their presence stirring the dormant energies of the earth. The air around them began to shimmer with potential, with the promise of life. Baldr reached out, his hand brushing against the rough bark, and a shiver ran through the tree. Leaves of the brightest green burst forth, unfurling like banners to herald the coming renewal. But the path to regeneration would not be easy. The sagas spoke of trials and tribulations, of darkness that would resist the encroaching light. Jormungandr, the world serpent, had been vanquished, but its venom had seeped deep into the soil, corrupting and twisting the very essence of creation. The gods would need to cleanse this taint before the world could truly heal. As Baldr and Hodr stood before the burgeoning Yggdrasil, they knew that other gods would soon join them. Odin, the All-Father, had fallen in battle, but his wisdom endured, carried on the winds that whispered through the branches. Thor, the Thunderer, might have been lost to the void, but his strength lived on in the rumble of distant storms. Freya, the goddess of love and fertility, would surely not abandon the world she cherished. The Ashen Silence was coming to an end. The gods were returning, and with them, the chance for a new beginning. The Norse sagas had foretold this moment, the regeneration of the world, and now it was upon them. The story of rebirth was just beginning, and it would be woven by the hands of gods and men alike, a tapestry of hope amidst the remnants of a shattered cosmos. Chapter 2: The Whisper of Life. As the nascent Yggdrasil stretched its fledgling branches towards the heavens, the whisper of life began to stir in the ashen heart of Midgard. The gods, sensing the delicate threads of renewal, gathered around the reborn world tree, their divine essences mingling with the verdant energy that pulsed from its core. Baldr, with his radiant light, and Hodr, with his newfound vision, were soon joined by other deities who had emerged from the hidden corners of the cosmos. Idunn, the keeper of the golden apples of youth, arrived with a basket of her precious fruit, her presence nurturing the fragile blooms that dared to surface amidst the ruin. Her apples were not only a symbol of eternal youth, but also of the restoration that was to come. The Vanir, gods of nature and fertility, came forth from their hidden realms, led by Njord, the god of the sea and winds. His children, Freyr and Freya, walked by his side, their powers deeply intertwined with the life force of the earth. Freyr, with his boar Gullinbursti, plowed the hardened soil, preparing it for the seeds of new life, while Freya, her tears of amber and gold, wept for the lost beauty of the world, her sorrow calling forth the first tender shoots of green. Even from the realms of the dwarves and the elves, emissaries arrived, offering their skills and magic to aid in the world's rebirth. The dwarves, master craftsmen, brought forth precious metals and gems to reinforce the roots of Yggdrasil, while the light elves sang enchanting melodies that carried healing and growth. As the gods convened, a soft murmur spread across the land, a sound barely perceptible yet imbued with the power of creation. It was the whisper of life, a sacred incantation that resonated with the very heartbeat of the world. The ash that had blanketed the earth began to stir, lifted by gentle breezes that carried the promise of a new dawn. In the midst of this congregation, a figure emerged from the shadows, one thought lost to the annals of time. It was Heimdall, the watchman of the gods, his horn Gjallarhorn silent at his side. His eyes, which once saw all things, now gazed upon the burgeoning life with a quiet resolve. He knew that his role as the sentinel would be more crucial than ever in guiding and protecting this tender new world. Yet, even as life whispered its return, the gods were not naive to the challenges that lay ahead. The venom of Jormungandr had indeed poisoned the land, and its vile influence lingered, threatening to choke the resurgence of life. The gods would need to confront this darkness, to delve into the very roots of Midgard and purge the corruption that sought to undermine their efforts. The whisper of life was a delicate sound, easily drowned out by the echoes of the past, but it was persistent. With each passing moment, it grew louder, more confident, as if the world itself was finding its voice once more. The gods stood united, their powers converging to nurture the whisper into a chorus, a symphony of rebirth that would herald the dawn of a new era. The Ashen Silence had been broken, and now the whisper of life carried its melody across the land, a song of hope, resilience, and the enduring spirit of creation. The saga continued, its verses yet unwritten, as the gods and the world prepared to rise together from the ashes of Ragnarok. In the dawning light of a world reborn, the gods stood shoulder to shoulder, their eyes alight with the fire of purpose. The nascent Yggdrasil, now a beacon of life amidst the desolation, spread its roots deep and wide, intertwining with the very essence of Midgard. The tapestry of fates, once frayed and torn, was being rewoven with threads of resilience and hope. The gods, in their wisdom, knew that the rebirth of the world was not theirs to command alone. It was a shared destiny, a collective saga written in the hearts of all beings. Thus, they reached out to the children of Midgard, to the spirits of the mountains and the depths of the seas, inviting each to weave their strand into the tapestry. With every act of kindness, every moment of courage, and every sacrifice made for the greater good, the tapestry grew richer and more vibrant. The venom that had once threatened to consume the land was cleansed by the combined efforts of gods and mortals, its darkness giving way to the verdant hues of healing and growth. The gods reveled in the harmony that blossomed, for it was a testament to the enduring strength of the world spirit. The laughter of children once again filled the air, and the songs of the bards echoed the tales of this new era. The creatures of the land, sea, and sky thrived, their lives a dance to the rhythm of Yggdrasil's heartbeat. And so, the world spun on, its cycle of life renewed, its destiny no longer bound by the chains of prophecy, but by the shared will of its inhabitants. The tapestry of fates, a once somber relic, now shimmered with the myriad colors of a future unwritten, a canvas upon which endless possibilities could be painted. In the heart of Midgard, under the watchful gaze of the gods, life flourished, a testament to the resilience and hope that had risen from the ashes of Ragnarok.